how does a layman understand what mental toughness is?
Perfect question to start with. Most of us have had no formal training on how to strengthen the way that we use our minds. Most of us. I would suspect, I've spent a little bit of time in India, and I studied at a place called the Oneness University. And I know that India is the birthplace of a lot of spiritual practices that the world's embraced over time. My guess is that there are more folks in India than there are in the United States that have actually had some form of mental training, whether it's through meditation or mindfulness practices, or simply observing the activity, like the practice of simply becoming an observer of the activity of your mind. This is something that most people in the United States, and maybe most of the Western world, maybe most of the world, don't get introduced to unless you go out and seek it.
We call it the witness practice, witnessing.
Yeah.
In the moment.
And that's just a piece of it, though. That's just a piece.
Exactly.
Right. So it's like in the United States, I don't know, Ranjan, you can tell me, in elementary school, in the United States, we had one of the classes was called gym class or physical education.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have that in India?
Oh, yes, we have.
Okay, so that's probably global, right? And why? Why do we do that? Well, it's because we're being educated on the value of being physically active, right? Of conditioning the body so that we're fit, so that we are less susceptible to injury, so that we are more capable, right? So we had this physical education, but most of us haven't had the mental or psychological equivalent, haven't had that sort of education. And it's Buddha. I'm a huge fan of Buddha. Buddha said a couple different ways. The mind is the forerunner of all things. But my favorite way of him having articulated this is your whole life unfolds according to the way you think. That bears repeating. Your whole life unfolds according to the way that you think. And most of us have had no formal training on how to become thought warriors, how to become really skillful, masterful at filling our minds with thought content that has us feel amazing and therefore has us be amazing, so that the creation of excellence in our lives is faster and comes with less effort. So my vocation is to teach people the stuff we didn't learn on how to use our minds, more specifically, how to reprogram the way that we use our minds so that I'm able to respond to all of life with grace and mastery and creative genius.